I was victimized by a guy that was strung out on something, could have been meth, he was jerking around as he was walking toward me with his buddy. And
gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. But it took a while for me to get over that.
Ana Kasparian lashes out on the left with Glenn Beck. Now, Ana Kasparian is still in the spotlight. She never left. And she's the host of the Young Turks, where, as you all know, Ana Kasparian has left the Democrat Party, become the independent, and Ana Kasparian is still siding with the left on policy. So Ana Kasparian is still exposing and destroying the woke left. Now we have here Ana Kasparian talking with Glenn Beck on his show about the things that the left's still doing, as well as what they're refusing to admit, as well as acknowledge. And Ana Kasparian has had a come to Jesus moment before Trump won the election itself. And the fact of the matter is now, since people like seeing that since Ana Kasparian has left the Democrat Party, they see Ana Kasparian as a part of the right, and they're starting to see her co-host Cenk Uygur on the Young Turks as on the right as well. But Ana Kasparian is simply sticking to the left, but at the same time holding the left accountable. So here is Ana Kasparian with her conversation with Glenn Beck. If you enjoy what is sharing in this video, go ahead and smash the like button, share the video far wide across social media. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification, so that way we notify the future uploads and updates. Now let's go ahead and get right into it.
I was walking my dog.
Oh my gosh.
And it was awful. I mean, I've talked about it multiple times. And look, I don't want to put myself in this position of being like this victim who's looking for empathy, but it is the moment where something very scary happened to me. And
why did that?
It wasn't just that had happened to me. It was the reaction I received from a faction of the left, okay? The social justice left, if you want to call it that, who think that, in some cases, the criminals are actually the victims and the victims are the criminals. Like, it's insane. And I don't know how big this faction is, but they're loud enough to push me away completely. And so it wasn't that had happened to me. It was the reaction of the left and how they were far more concerned with me talking about it because they felt that was stigmatizing the homeless community. I have never gone out of my way to say negative things about homeless people. I mean, people who are living out on the streets are, in a lot of cases, victims who need help, right?
Yes.
But I was victimized by a guy that was strung out on something, could have been meth, he was jerking around as he was walking toward me with his buddy. And
gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. But it took a while for me to get over that because I still have to walk my dog. And so multiple times a day, I literally have to think about that incident. And so I thought maybe it would help to talk about it. And then when I did talk about it, I totally regretted it because I was shocked at the way people reacted to me. But
now, sorry to stop you here, but Ana Kasparian should not have regretted, because this is where Ana Kasparian has seen the left for who they are, or as she say, a faction of the left, as we call it, the woke left. Okay, so Ana Kasparian has spoken out about this, and Ana Kasparian seen who the left, what the left really is, and see them for who they really are and everything. Now, Ana Kasparian has also seen that, since they're like this and stuff, that she can no longer be, a Democrat, but stick with them on policy, because, I mean, the left put out there like a lot of politically correct language, calling homeless people like unhoused people. I mean, if unhoused just simply means homeless. And the fact of the matter is, it seems like they forgot that homeless people are still adults. Homeless people make their own decisions and everything. I'm not saying, whatever they've done led them to become homeless and stuff. That's here and there. There's a litany of issues or reasons why they became homeless. But the fact of the matter is, we're talking about what they're doing while they're homeless and stuff. And Ana Kasparian actually went into great detail about what happened and what they've been doing, as well as how Ana Kasparian has been treated by one person from the homeless community, which made her feel uncomfortable, made Ana Kasparian feel distraught. And when, what happened to, believe all women? I mean, the left took that, and when it comes to their agenda being exposed and stuff, all of a sudden, believe all women goes out the window. And they didn't even make an exception that with Ana Kasparian. So that's just the unfortunate part right there. And Ana Kasparian should not regret sharing this at all, because it helped to make her a champion and a stronger for free speech as well.
What that moment taught me was some of the characteristics of the quote unquote left that I thought were good, right? Like the kindness, the open-mindedness, the willingness to go out of your way to look out for people who need help, like that kind of stuff. There's a portion of the left that has shed those characteristics. They've taken on a more nihilistic approach to things, and they don't even believe in reforms. They just believe that everything about every political system, every program we have, every institution we have is just worthless and we need to burn it all down. Okay. So that nihilistic nature, I think, leads to a lot of really bad ideas and terrible behavior online. And that's pushing people out, pushing people away. And you look at places like Los Angeles, for instance, right? Or Cook County, which is where Chicago is. I paid very close attention to Cook County and what the election results were going to be in Cook County, because you have an influx of migrants going to Chicago, right? You have a lot of anger among the Black community in Chicago because they've been nickel and dimed by their local government.
It's crazy.
And at the same time, their mayor, Brandon Johnson, is doling out the cash for migrants and justifying it. And so they're angry. And so I'm watching all of this happen, and I'm just like, Democrats need to wake up. Mm-hmm. Because more.
And this is actually correct, because of the fact that the matter is, I've been watching people in Chicago. We've all been watching people in Chicago, seeing how there's people who actually come in from different countries, the illegal immigrants coming in and getting much more and better benefits than the American citizens, especially those in the African American communities and stuff. And the fact of the matter is, they don't care about, their own citizens. That's simple fact right there. They even tried to bring these complaints to the mayor, Brandon Johnson, and everything, as Ana Kasparian is sharing in this video, where Brandon Johnson hears them but doesn't want to do anything about it. Because of the fact of the matter is, this Soros-funded mayor and stuff, he went on ahead and just ignored the pleas of the people, and then just claimed that, they're just lashing out. This is basically bad treatment against the Black man that's a Black mayor of Chicago. And that's usually his go-to response. That's anyone's go-to response on the left. And Ana Kasparian actually brought up that the Democrats need to go ahead and pay attention to this, because Trump will win and stuff if they don't do anything about it, if they don't stop it. And what happened? Trump won the election because of the fact that a lot of people throughout the U.S. decided that it's time for the leftist ideology and the woke left to get out of the federal government. Now, granted that Trump didn't win Illinois, but a huge number of people in the Black communities throughout Illinois actually turned out to support Trump. Okay, so that's the interesting part right there. And Ana Kasparian is about to go into further detail on this.
More and more voters feel like they're being abandoned by the Democratic Party, economically speaking. And everyone got mad at me. Everyone's like, oh, you're anti-immigrant. I'm not anti-immigrant. Immigrants
built this country.
Yes, my parents are immigrants.
Yes.
Okay, I am not anti-immigrant. But I do have a problem with the Biden administration neglecting the border, pretending like there wasn't a migrant crisis at all, allowing these municipalities to be inundated with migrants without any federal resources to deal with the problem. And what? We're going to pretend like that's not going to cause electoral harm? Of course it is. So when you look at places like LA, there was an 11-point swing toward the Republican Party. Kamala Harris still won, LA County, but 11% toward Republicans, that's crazy in Los Angeles.
My problem with the policy there, again, look, I could be friends and debate and whatever with anyone. if it's honest. Thomas Jefferson said, question with boldness even the very existence of God, for if there be a God, he must surely rather honest questioning over blindfolded fear. Honest questioning means if I ask you a question and you present me with an answer and I'm like, I'm open to changing. You know what I mean? We don't have honest questioning. We now have got you questioning. We have cancel you questioning. And beyond that, we have this system that props up lies and a government that is willing to engage in lies. If you wanted to bring people in and open the borders the way you did, and then move people with our tax dollars on airplanes to cities where you're changing everything in that city, can we have that conversation first?
The left doesn't want to have that particular conversation, at least those who are a part of the woke left that Ana Kasparian describes. And the fact of the matter is that Ana Kasparian is actually someone who was on the left and stuff, who left the Democrat Party, who wants to have this conversation, who wants Democrats to have this kind of conversation and put some action to it. Now, it's like, and Ana Kasparian shared with this before, but politicians ignore the people, especially those who are in the African American community and stuff, and only show up for them every 4 years. I'm talking about the Democrat Party, all right? And then, unfortunately, you know, Republicans messed up with this by sending black Republicans to black communities instead of having, you know, their white counterparts, the white Republicans going to the black communities to talk with people. But the fact of the matter is that either way, Trump is returning. The establishment has lost once again. And Ana Kasparian is actually willing to have these conversations and stuff because she's been negatively affected by the policies of the left and stuff. And the left are not really, you know, focusing on, you know, bringing solutions to anything anymore. You know, it's either their way or the highway. And that's what Ana Kasparian and others like Ana Kasparian are sick and tired of. You know, they got tired of all this stuff where the people are being ignored, the people are feeling abandoned by the government and stuff who they elected to do it. And unfortunately, these are the kind of people, this is the kind of stuff that the people voted for. Okay. I hate to say that, but it's true, you know, and now a lot of the voters have woke up and they've decided that, you admit that they were wrong for supporting these Democrats and stuff, decided to go ahead and vote for Trump as well as other Republicans and stuff. And at the same time, we're seeing that, you know, Republicans and Democrat establishment members on both sides are actually losing the grip of the nation and stuff. And it's a fantastic time. And Ana Kasparian, I know for once, is actually enjoying this. So let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Also, be sure to include any additional thoughts you might have on this particular topic. If you enjoyed what was shared in this video, go ahead and smash the like button and share the video for our social media. And if you haven't done so already, enjoyed all the content that I put out there, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Click the bell notifications so that way you'll be notified of future uploads and updates. Till then, peace.